Welcome back to this Diablo 2 Let's Play. You're Sambo, Seraphis, and joining us in the evil feudal lands of Sanctuary, as always, is Cassie Hack, aka Screaming Donkey, aka Tallahassee. How are you this evening, my fine friend?
Yeah, not that bad. You?
Oh boy, hang on a minute. You don't sound too good. What's wrong with you? Have you been yelling and screaming Bon Jovi songs at the top of your lungs again? Have you lost your voice?
No, I haven't been doing that, but I do have a bit of a cold, so I'm just sounding a little off and croaky.
All right, croaky. You've got the hoarse voice going on, the deeper meaning. You know, you're just a few inches away from sounding like Barry White. You know that, right? Barry White.
No, I need a lot more bass.
A lot more bass and a lot more lovin'. A lot more lovin'. There you go, folks. Do you know who Barry White is? You should. And by the way, welcome to this episode. If you didn't join us in the last one, you may be surprised by the fact we're in a new town. That's right, we're at the Kurast docks. We've actually left Loot Ghislaine, and if you're not caught up on our adventures, you may want to go back and watch last week's episode, because it's all sorts of exciting now. In fact, let's have a look at our quest log. Tallahassee, I remember this being explained to us in last week's episode. Khalim's will. Find Khalim's relics, search for his eye in the Spider Cavern. Now, again, as always, this kind of brings back all sorts of hideous memories for me. Now, Khalim's relics, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't those relics kind of interesting items?
Yeah, there's like the eye, the heart, and the brain.
Yeah.
And you use them in the Herodric Cube, and that gives you the flail, which you then need to use on, I can't remember what it was. I think it was some item, some MacGuffin. And then that allows you access into Baal's chamber.
Do you know what? Are you reading that from a Wikipedia, or are you actually reciting that from memory?
No, that's memory.
That's sad, actually. That's not...
Yep.
Oh, I'm kidding. No, it's impressive.
You know what the best part about that flail used to be?
What?
If you went ahead and collected it in like a single player game, and then you played with friends online, you could actually keep the flail that you collected in the single player game, because you'd have to go ahead and do the quest over in the multiplayer.
Yeah.
So you could use that flail all the way through.
Oh, now that sounds like cheating. If they fixed that, like I bet that didn't last long. Yeah. There you go.
I think they fixed that.
I bet you lots of players use that.
This is back in like 1.0.
Oh, right, way back.
Like 12 years ago.
Yeah, way back when. In fact, you know what? It's interesting because I noticed, by the way, that one of the comments in one of our more recent videos, speaking of things and patches and changes and all the rest of it, somebody raised the point, hey, you know, interestingly enough, are you guys using any hacks to, you know, enhance the game and make it better for the video, etc., etc.? And, you know, it's a really good point, but the fact is we're playing it completely vanilla, aren't we? I mean, we're not using any hacks at all. We just want it to be exactly how it is. You can see up in the top corner there, it's version 1.13. We're not running any hacks because we want it to be just as it was intended. Yeah.
Yep. And thank you very much to that fan that did bring that up. Sorry about the shitstorm that sort of emanated from that as well. I can be a little bit defensive about the stuff that we do here because I'm very proud of it, and yeah, so sorry for being a dick.
Oh, mate, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm sure that commenter would very much appreciate that. But you know what? The greatest thing is that I'm exactly the same, mate. I get extremely defensive about the work we do because we put so many hours into it. Let's face it, there's no way around that. We pour our heart and soul into this. Is it great content all of the time? Oh, hell no. I mean, we churn out rubbish just like anybody else. But the thing is that we do pour our heart and soul into it, and we do try and make it as exciting and entertaining or informative as possible for you guys. And absolutely no reference to the commenter that you were just talking about. But sometimes, oh boy, some people come in and just, throw in the most horrible comments, and I just feel like saying, well, you know what, let's see you get off your bloody rear and pour hundreds and hundreds of hours into something, because I don't see any content on your channel, Buster. I get equally as defensive, don't you worry about that, but I'm exactly the same, mate. I'm very super proud of the work we do as well, so there you go. Thank you very much.
Point out, on your channel, there's nearly 900 videos or something like that. Yes, each one goes for roughly half an hour.
Yep.
So you're looking at about 450 hours worth of content.
Oh my god.
You take that number and you times it by, I don't know, 2, maybe 3, and you get the amount of hours that it takes to go ahead and edit, render, and then market the videos. And when I say market, I mean put them up on different forums and come up with all the descriptions and everything else. It's a lot of time.
It is. It really is. In fact, it's a good point, mate, because I don't think a lot of people realise how much actually goes on behind the scenes. And you know what? In the early days, I was one of those people who didn't realise how much goes on behind the scenes, and yeah, it really does take a lot of behind the scenes work to get, half an hour, 45 minutes worth of footage up on screen. But anyway, yeah, thanks for bringing that up, mate. But at the end of the day, we do it because we love it, and of course we love you guys, and we like to entertain you, and we do like all types of comments as long as they're not abusive, and we're absolutely willing to listen to constructive feedback at any time. So don't let our little message here stop you from, posting comments that aren't exactly agreeable. As long as they're done in a constructive manner, we'll absolutely answer them back, and we do appreciate feedback of any kind. Now, speaking of feedback, Tallahassee, got an interesting one here. Got a shout out here, and this is actually from, now I can't pronounce the name, but it's S2 Converse, I think. S2 Converse, you'll know who you are. And they say, hey guys, in the next episode, please, for the love of God, make a leaf rune word out of a staff, preferably one that is grey in colour with 2 open sockets, and then put a tier plus a Rail rune in that order, and you'll get, and they're talking about me here, my character will get 3 fire skills plus many other extra skills for my fire sorcerer. And again, that's from S2 Converse. Now, that is actually a really good piece of advice. And Tallahassee, before we started filming, you helped me out here. And where are we? We're going to hop over to the waypoint here. Tallahassee said, look, we need to go to other towns and see if we can find ourselves a grey staff with a couple of sockets. And in the process of doing that, I'd completely forgotten about one of the things that these waypoints do. And Tallahassee, thank you very much, because if we flick through the acts here up the top, folks, you can see at the top of the list is the Rogue Encampment, Loot Galane, and of course the Kurast docks. That is a really quick way to travel between the different worlds. So what I did, in fact I'm going to do it, don't worry Tallahassee, I'm going to come back. Here we go, I'm going to click on the Rogue Encampment, and look folks, in a flash we're right back at the beginning of the game, back in the good old familiar Rogue Encampment here, and I came down to Akara here. Hello Akara. There we go, and I did a bit of a trade with her, and I went into the weapons here, and long story short, what I did was I got myself exactly that. If you have a look in my heraldic cube here, which is where I'm storing it, I've got myself a grey short staff, and as you can see there, it's got 2 empty sockets. So, like I say, Tallahassee, I've completely forgotten about, basically it's like a quick travel, isn't it, pretty much?
It very much is.
If you hadn't told me about that, I would have gone and caught the boat and all that sort of stuff. Anyhow, as you know, folks, we've got this staff here, but sadly, I'm sorry about this, we do have tier runes. You can see we've got heaps of them there, but the Rail, I think it was that he mentioned, Tallahassee, I don't have one. What have I got? I've got an L and an F. You don't have one either though, do you?
No, I don't.
So hopefully S2 Converse, look, I hope you're not too upset with us, but we're halfway there, and as soon as we do find ourselves one of those runes, we will absolutely do that. So thank you very much for pointing that out. Alright, so again, if we have a look at our quest log here, we've got to go and search for this eye in the Spider Cavern. Now, Tallahassee, pretty sure that's a trek all the way eastwards, isn't it? I think we just have to keep going east, and we go through the jungle with those horrible blow dart pygmies, which we came across last week, and then we keep on going, and we end up, I think, in the spiderweb sort of area, which is where we need to go. Is that right? Is my memory serving me correctly?
Pretty much, yeah. That's
all right.
where we're going to end up.
Well, I think without further ado, I don't know, are you ready to rock and roll? I'm just going to have a look at my inventory. Let's have a look here. Oh!
Almost. I'm just transmuting stuff.
Oh, and you know what? That was another thing that came up. If I go back into my cube here, a lot of the comments were saying, hey, you know, if you transmute 3 of the same room, it'll take it up to the next tier of rune. And yes, we do know that because, in fact, Tallahassee was mentioning that last week. So thanks for the tips anyway. I've got a potion of life, Tallahassee, and it says here, right-click to permanently add 20 to my life. Unless you desperately need that, I'm going to absolutely use this right now.
Use it.
There you go.
You're
There it is.
Squishy.
There we go. Yeah, I am a bit squishy. Let's have a look. And where am I? Strength, vitality. Here's my life down here. So, yeah, obviously that's given me an extra. Gee, that says here that my life is now only 91. So that's a significant increase because obviously it would have been 71 before.
91. If you hover over the red orb, what does it say?
Oh, yep, 91. Wow.
No wonder you die so quickly.
I've never noticed that before. That's incredible. I've just got no life
Are you putting
whatsoever.
anything into endurance?
Well, I don't have endurance. I've got strength, dexterity.
Oh, sorry, vitality.
Vitality. I've got 10 points, so bugger all. Not much at all. Is that why my life is so low?
Yeah. I have 226.
Excuse me, baking powder. In your life, if you hover over your red orb, it says 226.
Yeah, it says 226.
Oh boy, alright folks. Okay, now
I've only got 68 mana though.
Yeah, well that's the other thing. I mean, I'm pouring into the mana. My mana is 222. So, you know, there you go. That's a sacrifice you make, I guess, folks. That's all about, you know, building your character here in Diablo. But I think I will start popping a couple of points into vitality there just to boost and top me up. Alright, well, knowing that, you can go first. And here we are making our epic journey, entering the Spider Forest. And like I said, pretty sure from memory we just basically wind our way eastwards. And there's all sorts of different paths to get lost on. There's multiple ways of going through this, by the way. And you can actually go on... Oh, there's a corpse. Oh, a thawing potion. Yes, we'll take that. You can go on either side, I think, Tallahassee. And in fact, from memory, I think one of the sides is actually a dead end, if I remember right. But maybe I'm not remembering right.
Are you just casting off at everything?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's the benefit of having that amount of mana.
Do it here. Do it
Yeah,
here.
oh yeah, no problem. Am doing it. Okay, you know what? The last time I came careering through here, I was on my Hammerdin. And I've got to say that it is a lot easier doing it on a caster. There is no doubt about it. Because trying to get that, trying to get that huge bunch of mobs there is unbelievably hard when you're on a melee character. Now, hey, by the way, this locked chest here, I don't suppose being a rogue you... Oh, there you go. There we are. The beautiful thing about having a lovable rogue with you guys is that he'll be able to open up every single chest. Thank you.
Is that all I'm good for these days?
Yeah, something like that. Why are all these mobs dropping thawing potion? Is it trying to tell us something? Oh my lord! We've got thorned hulks. We have new mobs, and in fact, also those dragonflies or whatever they are, they're new as well, aren't they? We've got a couple of new mobs here.
Yep. Don't sound so happy, buddy.
Well, this can be quite challenging, this area. I know I've died here multiple times in my Diablo career. Although, like I say, I've never actually done it on a caster, which seems to definitely be a lot easier. There's no denying that. Now, oh boy!
You ran straight into them.
I did, didn't I? I did that deliberately so that folk know not what to do. Yeah, something like that. Cough. Somehow I don't think you're believing me.
Yeah. No, that's the second biggest pile of crap I heard today.
Oh, there was something to top that?
Yeah. Customer said they were grateful for my help.
Oh. Oh gosh, wouldn't you just love, folks, to be able to ring up and get Tallahassee on the end of the line, sorting out your customer issues? Go on, let us know in the comments below what you'd say to Tallahassee if you ever rang up somewhere and you got him on the end of the line. Go on, be honest, what would you say? Now, by the way, do you know what? We're running around here, Tallahassee, and I'm looking at all this stuff on the ground thinking, what is all this, like cotton candy or fluff, or what's going on? But of course, it's these spider webs, isn't it? Yeah, it's the cobwebs. And I've run out of stamina yet again. Wait for me! Wait for me! Look at you, you've made a mess up here. Was that you?
Yeah, this is me.
Oh, hey, this guy is an elite mob, a champion Thorned Hulk, and you can see not only is his blue, but his name is blue up there in the center of the screen, and I've run out of mana.
I need mine.
Oh, that's why. Can you believe it? I was watching the enemy, not watching where I was shooting. I just wasted an entire blue orb shooting into a tree. How's that? That's skill right there.
I am overburdened.
That sounds like something that you'd do.
Yep, exactly. Now, do you mind if we pop a portal? Because I'm overburdened already, by the way.
Yeah, it's alright.
Mana potion.
I can't carry anymore.
Alright.
You can't even pick up a mana potion?
I know. Here we go. Here we are. Scroll of Town Portal. Now I want to go to... where do we sell things? Because can we sell them to Deckard? No.
No, you come down here to Ormus.
Ah, there we go. Alright. At least it's kind of close. Alright. Alright, don't want my thawing potion. Alright, there we go. Now, I happen to have collected about 3,000 gold already, which is very handy, so I'm going to go to my stash. Pop that in. Thank you very much. Alright, ready when you are. Don't forget, folks, if you go through your portal first, your teammate will be stuck. Because your portal will disappear, so don't do that. And yes, I'm speaking from experience, of course.
It's not like we haven't done that to each other before.
Oh, I know, we've done it plenty of times. Bit embarrassing. Oh boy!
Help.
Gee, those guys are little nasty pasties, aren't they? They really are horrible, if you ask me. Oi! Far out. Now, by the way, speaking of flails, there's a flail, although, of course, not exactly the one we want. Alright, so which way? Isn't this in here from memory? Isn't there something down this path? I know it's random, but wherever you have that sort of natural path forming, pretty sure it's always...
waypoint.
Yeah, good idea. Yeah, there we go. Look at that waypoint. Woohoo! Alright, really like it when we get a waypoint. Well done, us.
The arachnid lair.
Yep, it's a bit of a safety buffer there, and in fact, here we go. Look at that. Yes, the arachnid lair. There it is. We're right here. Do we need to go down into that?
To go in there.
What's that?
I don't think we have to, but I think that we should.
Alright, because, I mean, we're making our way to the Spider... What is it? The Spider Caverns? Or something like that? Let me check our quest log in a minute. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. The Spider Cavern. Now, is the Spider Cavern down below? Or is it somewhere that we just keep walking? I can't remember.
It's somewhere where we keep walking.
Okay, alright. Well, let's do that. Let's keep on walking. We know that the arachnid lair is there, and of course that means in any future episodes, perhaps if we want to, feel like doing a bit of dungeon crawling, we can just hop down there. And at the end of every dungeon, of course, in Diablo is generally a pretty healthy reward, isn't there?
Yep.
And that always basically takes the form of a sparkling chest or something like that. Bit of a reward for making your way all the way to the end of a dungeon. It's pretty cool. So it's like, I guess it's like an early version of running an instance. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a confined area with good rewards at the end of it, sort of thing. You could say it's like a bit of a dungeon run. It is. Alright, now, I think we're getting somewhere. Baskets are good.
I am overburdened.
Oh, and I'm overburdened again. Can you believe it?
How can you already be overburdened?
I know, it's some... Hang on, what is it? It's a crossbow.
Oh,
But
what the shit?
what have you found? What was that? Oh, the gloam. The ghosties. Entering the Great Marsh. Oh, and here's new mobs again.
This isn't...
Yeah, we got... I remember these guys. They're like the shimmery ghost things. Alright. Are we...
We've gone too far forward.
Yeah, I think we have, haven't we? Because we've basically entered the next zone. Now, I remember getting lost...
To the other side.
Yeah, I think... Yeah. Because I remember getting lost so many times. And I think we have to... Do we have to go north? Still? I'm pretty sure we do. But on this side. Rather than backtracking. I'm pretty sure it's... Oh, I see. You've got friends.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's back the other way.
I got lots of friends.
Oh, there's a tier rune for you there.
I can't carry it.
Yeah, I reckon we need to head back up.
Do you desperately need to go back?
Well, I do have a full backpack, but that's all right.
Alright. No, we'll go back then. May as well.
Right.
We'll just get a little bit further north and say hello to some friends.
Say hello to your little friend. Oh, that's what those things are called, sucklers. I knew they had a weird name.
I am overburdened.
Oh, I'm overburdened.
And I got it.
Thank you.
So there it is.
Thank you very much. You know what I do love? It's one of those little sort of things that you, or little details that you miss, is the day and night cycle in the game. Like it actually has one, which is very cool. And the shadows grow longer, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where you notice.
Oh yeah. Now this is a very interesting amulet I've got here, my friend. Keen to hear your thoughts on this one, by the way. The amulet that I currently have is plus 10 to attack rating, so it's not really my bag, and plus 1 to light radius, so it's a bit of a handy thing. The amulet that I've actually just picked up is half freeze duration, but 11% of my damage taken goes to my mana. That's what I should be wearing, isn't it?
Yeah, that way when you're getting hit, you're getting mana back, but you don't have a massive health pool, I guess.
Yeah. Alright, perfect. Perfect for me. Just going to go deposit my bucks.
Crap, I forgot that I put up the portal.
Oh, it's alright. I've got a waypoint now, so it is not so bad. And I'm going to go to that. Oh, you could portal back, actually, if you like. How's that?
Alright, hang on a tick. I have friends.
Oh, no. Oh, there we are. There's the portal. Coming through. Hello. Alright, so thank you for that.
Bye.
What's this orb on the ground here? Oh, it's the mana recharge shrine. Never mind. Never mind me. Oh, I do love Diablo. Now, speaking of the nice little touch of the day and night cycle, you know what, it's been ages since I've actually bothered logging into Diablo 3, and of course that's still the beta version at this point. I don't seem to remember there being a day-night cycle there. I just remember it being night all the time. Am I dreaming?
Yeah, it's just pretty much gloomy.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? I do like the gloom. Diablo suits the gloom, there's no doubt about that. But it's actually highlighted even more so if you've had a little bit of daylight. So that, you know what I mean? Like having some light areas makes the dark ones all that better, I reckon.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So what about you? I know you're in the Diablo 3 beta, my good friend. Have you been logging in recently?
I have. I logged in a couple days back.
And?
And they've changed the way your key bindings work again. I'm not
Again? What have
real
they
happy
done?
about it. So, if you remember back in the early beta, you could actually go ahead and assign what skills you wanted to what numbers.
That's right. That was good.
Yeah. Yep. And I thought that was really good as well. Apparently, the design team at Blizzard didn't think so.
Bizarre.
So, yeah, now, when you get skills, it's whatever is there you get to use, but it's already, like, pre-numbered.
Oh, so you can't rearrange it based on your playstyle then?
Yeah. So the way I used to have it was I'd have my left mouse button set to my main spam.
Right. And by the way,
then I would have...
so I think we've come back to the same
Spider Cavern's
place.
just there.
Yeah.
No, that's the Spider Cavern.
Oh, is that the other
where
end
we
of
have
it?
to go. No, that's the Spider Cavern, so that's where we actually have to go.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, of course. What an idiot. What an idiot. All right. In we go.
So you ready to go in?
Yep, in we go. We've only got
And
a
then I'll
couple.
continue complaining.
Yeah, we've only got a couple of minutes left on the episode, but I think we should, seeing as we're here, we'll carry on. What do we have to do? We have to find the eye in here, folks.
The eye.
Yeah, let's do that. So they've changed it so that they're fixed again.
Yep, so you have X number of skills that are already assigned in that particular area for that particular skill, basically.
Right.
So let's say left mouse button, I was playing on a barbarian, so I had like a cleave, and then I had bash.
Right.
And then I had a finisher assigned to right mouse button.
Yep.
That was a mouthful. And
A mouseful.
yeah. Well done, Sambo.
Yep, no problem. Ba-dum-tsh.
And then what was it? Button or number 1 was assigned to something else, which is like a shout, and then everything else followed along like that. So it wasn't customizable. Now,
Right.
I use a Razor Naga.
Yes, the mouse. Very nice mouse.
Yeah, so I'm used to being able to, use 1 and 2 as sort of my main spam and stuff like that. And
Right.
I can't do that in this, which is a little bit annoying.
See, this is the thing, and by the way, folks, after hearing Tallahassee describing what's going on there you can have that sword, by the way, in Diablo 3, what are your thoughts about that? Let us know in the comments below. Do you like or agree with this cookie cutter approach that Blizzard seem to be taking to, well, let's face it, all their games? Definitely that way in WoW, and there's no doubt about it, they're going the same way. Oh my lord! Look at that, we've got ourselves a sparkly chest at the end here. It looks like we're right at the end. This could be good timing. Woo! Yeah, let us know. What do you think? Is it the cookie cutter
do you
stuff?
want to do the honours and open the chest?
Oh, thank you. I will in just a sec. Do you like cookie cutter stuff? Or do you guys prefer the customization like Tallahassee and I do? Let us know what you think, because obviously they're trying to pander to the more casual crowd. Now, by the way, while we were chatting away, walking through here, seeing the spider models, again, brought back lots of memories for me. And the goo that they ooze when they die. Look at that horrible, pussy, muck, green, slimy, bleh. That used to really gross me out when I played it back in the day. Quite funny. All right, here we go. We've got ourselves a chest here, folks. Let's see what happens if we click on it. And oh my god, we're rich. And Tallahassee, will you look at that? What do we got there? Couple of Khalim's eyes, and of course that makes sense because presumably he had 2 of them. So there we go, we'll pick that up. And let's see if our quest is going to...
pick it up?
Yeah, pick up. What's
I
going on?
think you've run out of space.
I've run out of space. Wait a minute. Let me drop that. There we go. There it is, Khalim's eye, and you can see the quest log has been updated there. Now we have to search for Khalim's brain in the Flayer dungeon. So that's the next thing that we're going to have to find. But gee, that was good timing. We just ran out of time for the episode, and we made our way to the very end. So let's portal back to the city. Now, by the way, if I have a look here on our waypoint, you'll see here, now let's have a look at our quest again.
Stop it, Deckard.
Where are we? Here we go. We've got to search for the Flayer dungeon, and if I click on the waypoint here, you can see that we've got a place called the Flayer Jungle. Now, Tallahassee, when we were roaming around just before, I think it was the Great Marsh that we came across before we turned back. Yeah, it was. Okay, so we know that basically all we have to do for our next episode now is head to the Spider Forest waypoint and then keep heading ever eastward and go through the Great Marsh, and we'll end up in the Flayer Jungle, and then of course that means we'll end up in the Flayer dungeon for Khalim's brain. So we're doing quite well if you ask me, not bad. One objective knocked off in one episode. So there you go, folks. Certainly hope you enjoy that. As always, we do hope it's bringing back all sorts of memories for you guys that played back in the day, and of course it's a precursor to the release of Diablo 3, which Tallahassee and I will most certainly be covering in a full Let's Play. But in the meantime, folks, certainly hope you're having a great day wherever in the world you are. We do look forward to seeing you in our next adventure-filled episode. We will see you then, and bye-bye.